We're reading spring poems because it is spring, and these are poems from Saigyo, poems in the Shinkokinshu, which is it's a collection of his poems, an anthology of 1206. We got them from Rutgers University, and the writer of a thesis is Robert Sewell. Anyways, here's the Japanese poems. They're not really haiku, they're Waka and Renga. Anyway, spring poem. Awama Tojishu.
David, please.
I'm identifying poem.
Crazy, okay?
The first line there.
Oh, you don't have to read it. You talk, and then you go into Japanese. Can't say. You're getting me just out of my...
Spring poem. Even the ice shut in the clefts of the rocks this morning begin to melt. It must be seeking a water path beneath the moss. The water, even the ice shut in the clefts of the rocks this morning began to melt. It must be seeking a water path beneath the moss. So now the hidden, even the ice in the cracks is melting.
Very good.
Next poem written as a spring poem. Snow Faritsimishi. Snow piled up on the high peaks has melted. In the river Kiyotaki, white waves on pure waters. In the river.
The whole poem.
Snow piled up on the high peaks has melted. In the river Kiyotaki, white waves on pure waters.
You see how he goes all the way from the top of the heaps, the description all the way to the level of the water.
Mm-hmm. Now, these spring poems is the title of the first book of Shinkokinshu. He's literally titled it Spring Poems. The river Kiyotaki flows through the mountainous area north of Kyoto.
You see in the crack, he concentrates in one detail only.
Do you know that
the activity with
Kiyotaki Gawa means the river of pure waterfalls?
Very good.
Well, I'm going to go there. I don't know if I'll be able to pass through it twice.
All right, now you're not sure if you pass once. So
I want to pass once, or I'm passing now. I don't know when I'm passing. Tomiko Kashi. Third poem. Come visit my house, where now the plum blossoms are in bloom. My indifference depends on circumstance. Now it gets abstract. Indifference. Come visit my house, where now the plum blossoms are in bloom. My indifference depends on circumstance.
Yeah. Like nature, at times it doesn't show any signs of...
It says in the commentary, on one commentary, it says that he normally does not want to be disturbed by people, but the blossoms soften his heart.
He likes to share it also. He likes to share
so
it.
Now he feels the need to share it, though normally he doesn't want to be disturbed. Next poem.
At certain times, he likes to be disturbed sometimes, but he doesn't like to be throughout the year.
That's his indifference. Normally he's...
That's why it depends on the circumstance. You see.
Yeah, okay. His indifference does. Poem 4. Yoshino Yama. On the Yoshino hills, snow falling, a upon the branches of cherry trees. It seems in this year the cherry blossoms will be late. Oh, this is the...
Like late spring, huh?
It must be due to this
Spring
poetry
snow.
that the Japanese make such a fuss over their cherry blossoms. Because they got 10 zillion poems written about them. I think part of seeing those blossoms would be to understand and read these poems. So will we read all the poems before we go see them?
They're worth all those thousands of poems, 3 years of poems after all, because it's so beautiful. The bigger than those apple blossoms, and those, how beautiful they are.
We're reading from the Rutgers document of, it's actually Columbia thesis, written as a blossom poem. Yoshino, well, we just read that. Wait a minute. It's a new poem. On the Yoshino Hills, changing my route, marked with last year's broken branches, I will visit cherry blossoms in a direction yet unseen. He's changing his route.
So they do have cherry trees in many directions, it seems, in Japan.
So he's gonna see.
New ones.
He's gonna see.
Maybe.
He may even see the same ones, but from a different direction.
And no, he said direction, and no, he said.
Hmm.
So he doesn't know yet which way he's gonna go.
Summer poem. Somehow we've come to summer. Naguru Toti.
I guess the Japanese
Poem 6.
stand on your video, they laugh a lot.
It's probably comical.
Yeah, probably.
My video is structured as a comedy to show how poorly the Westerners understand the Japanese. So this is a comedy.
No, you're reading Japanese, it's comic.
My reading of Japanese is intended to be a comedy. Well, once I realized how stupid I am, I could begin to work on becoming smarter. Brooding. I'm brooding over them, brooding over the poems, brooding over them. I became so deeply attached to the cherry blossoms that their scattering, our parting, deeply saddened my heart. We haven't even seen the cherry blossoms, and we're getting sad about it. I'm sad. Just making me terribly sad.
Them all together.
Poem 7. You want to read that again? This is Naguru Tute. Poem 6. Brooding over them, I became so deeply attached to the cherry blossoms that their scattering, our parting, deeply saddened my heart.
What is brooding means?
Brooding means he's brooding is brooding. Brooding means he's like emotional, and he's thinking about them and obsessed or something. Poem 7. Kikasu Tomo. Though I hear nothing, here I shall make my listening place. 4. The Hoto to Gisu, which is some bird which we saw a picture of. For the Hoto Gisu, here by the cedar groves in the plain of Yamada. Here, though I hear nothing, here I shall make my listening place. For the Hoto to Gisu, here by the cedar groves in the plain of Yamada. So he hasn't heard the Yoto to Gisu. He's going to listen for him, right? The Hoto Gisu is similar, it says, to a wobbler. It appears in early summer. A wobbler. Its song resembles in Buddhism the Ho-O-Gi-Ki. Listen to the law of Buddha. It actually sounds like the Buddhist phrase, listen to the law of Buddha. Is that why they like him? He's like chanting Buddhist sayings here, so they're obsessed with the bird. Poem 8. Hoto to Gisu is the big first line of the poem. The Hoto to Gisu has emerged from the deep peaks. His song comes falling down to the foot of the nearby hills. So, he found the bird. Poem 9, Michi no Bini. At the side of the road, the willows shade, where clear water flows. Thinking, just for a while I stayed on. Just for a while. He was thinking, just for a while. I'll read it again. At the side of the road, the willows shade, where clear water flows. Thinking, just for a while, I stayed on. Poem 10. Yoraret Suru. The parched grasses, choking the fields, are shaded over. Coolly clouded, rain-threatening sky.
It's nice, very descriptive, you know. He paints a nice watercolor.
You know how they remember that they have their seasonal poems? He just had spring, summer, and now fall.
Yeah, they are nature poets. They will be seasonal.
We're reading from Saigyo. Saigyo. What? What?
Read the poem again.
Which one? The last one? The parched grasses choking the fields are shaded over. Coolly clouded, rain-threatening sky.
Parched, it is dry, eh?
Parched, yeah. Fall poems. Poem 11. Oshina Betty. Here he says, generally, even for people who are unconcerned, there is the first autumn wind which matures one's heart. Now he's saying that the wind is going to mature people in the fall, regardless if they're concerned. Generally, even for people who are unconcerned, there is the first autumn wind which matures one's heart. Poem 12, Owari Ika ni. Just imagine how the dew on those leaves of grass must be spilling over. Here the autumn wind rises up, and I think of the wide fields of Miyagino. Okay. We've been reading from Saigyo, and this is the poems from a mountain hut. He's a 12th century Japanese poet, and we're reading from a document from Rutgers, who won a master's thesis from Columbia. Okay.